Hello, 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 you guys. How's everybody doing this beautiful Saturday evening? I hope you guys are having a amazing Saturday so far. If you guys hear me, you know that I sound a little nasally. It's because I've been sick for the past couple of days. I'm sick of it. I really am. But I was gonna do a review for Siesta Key because that's what we're doing today, Siesta Key. I was going to do the review of that and then the series finale of Good Girls, but I was too sick, y'all. I was like, I can't do it. I can't. So we're doing this episode of Siesta Key, and then you're gonna get Good Girls tomorrow. But you guys, this is Siesta Key, so bear with this. Let's get into it, okay? This is season 4, episode 12, the season finale of Siesta Key. Let me refresh the screen. Alright, it says, I just want to move on, but we're separated. So we get the beginning of the episode with Juliet, and she's on Chloe's, I guess, web show, whatever it is. I don't really care. And she's talking about the swimmer and everything like that. So after they're done filming, Juliet tells Amanda and Chloe that she's moved in with Sam and that they're taken back by it because she said that, she was a little hesitant at first and that she wasn't going to move in with him. But, she was like, you don't know, you really know someone unless you move in with them. And it's like, we get to see how we click with each other and everything like that. But then they started talking about how, Brittany, who is Sam's ex, who he was with for 10 years, a decade, not 5 years, not 3 months. No, he was with her for 10 years. 10 years he was with this girl. Basically part of his, adulthood, young adult, him, because he's 30 now, young adulthood with this girl for 10 years. And they talk about the flashback of how Sam has yes people around him. I think we kind of figured it out. He has yes people around him. And Chloe bringing up that his ex Brittany was a yes girl. That means she did everything that Sam wanted to do. And they dig a little bit deeper into Brittany, saying that yes, they dated her. She's dated him for 10 years, and that everyone knows of her, even Kelsey. And I'm like, Kelsey, it's been 4 years. So it's like she must have gotten to know Brittany around the time she's been in Siesta Key. But even Kelsey said that, she's been around Brittany before, and, she thinks she's cool. Everybody, has good feedback toward Brittany. But then it's like, they're saying Brittany, was doing everything that Sam wanted. Sorry. Doing everything that Sam wanted to do. And, they said when they broke up, she had to start from scratch. And I'm like, so you were basically living off of your boyfriend. You didn't have a job that we know of. You didn't make any income. Basically what they're making it sound like is that she was living off of Sam. She didn't have a job. She was doing everything that he wanted to do, and when they broke up, he left her with nothing, and that she had to start over from scratch. Girl, so you ain't have a job? We don't know. She maybe did have a job, but they're making it seem like she was just living. She was basically a gold digger. That's what they were kind of making it seem like. She was a gold digger for 10 years. Like, she wasn't doing anything. She was living off of him, and he left her with nothing after they broke up. I'm like, okay. So, they talk about that. But then Chloe also mentions to Juliet and Amanda that she is thinking about doing a girls theme party to where we, try to get to know one another again, just air like a crystal party or something. And then you see Madison, Kara, and Kelsey. Kara and Kelsey are on good terms now. They said the reason why, the common denominator of why they weren't getting along was because of Chloe. And I'm like, no, technically not because of Chloe, because Kara just didn't like Kelsey because Garrett was talking to Kelsey. It's clearly seen that she didn't like Kelsey because Garrett was still talking to her when they were together. But they aired out their differences, and they're cool. And the common theme is that they do not like Chloe. They don't believe Chloe, and it's like Kelsey is getting really tired of Chloe, thinking that she can fix everything, that she can fix people, and it's like, no. So they're a little bit put off about this party. They don't even know if they're gonna go. So then Amanda talks about Tate and how he hasn't talked to her, reached out to her ever since she brought up the OnlyFans account, and her finding out that he is posting news on his OnlyFans account. And she's hurt by it. She's hurt that she doesn't trust him because he lied to her. And completely understandable, dude. Like, just be upfront, okay? Not that hard to be upfront and be real. But she's a little upset about that with Tate. So then we see Brandon and Delaney. And Brandon, MTV and Siesta Key, y'all are really trying to make fetch happen with Brandon and his music. Look here, I'm not the one to be knocking down people's hustle and what they want to do and what they dream of. I'm not that type of person. But my God, Brandon, it's just not for you. Rapping ain't for you. Singing ain't for you. Maybe you can make your little beats for people. You could be the engineer, whatever. But dude, it's not for you. It's not for you. This is the second time y'all played his song. No, the third time y'all played his song on the show. Stop it. Stop trying to make fetch happen. MTV and Siesta Key. But because I peeped it last episode and I forgot to mention it in the last review. But him and Delaney, they're with Quincy. They're, hanging out, family time, whatever. And Brandon, it's so cringy watching Brandon because this dude can't form a complete sentence for nothing. All he ever does is like, you know what I mean, it's like he be stuttering over his words, and I don't know if it's editing or if that's just him. But my God, bro, like, please form a complete sentence for me for the one time, please. He's trying to tell Delaney, I was like thinking about at my parental rights, and like you know what I mean. It's like I want to spend time with Quincy alone, and it's like, oh my God. Stop. Please stop, bro. Please stop. Please stop, bro. Please. I'm just like, oh my God. Oh, I cannot. But he is trying to have parental rights, his parental rights of Quincy. And Delaney not even paying attention. She really not. Delaney is not paying attention to him. She too busy looking at Quincy. She ain't even paying a lick of sense to Brandon. Like, she don't, one ear out the other. And he told her, look here, you gonna have some papers come in the mail about, what I want. Basically a synopsis of what I want. Okay, just all that. I'm like, Brandon, you make my head hurt sometimes, bro. You really do. So we see Chloe's crystal get together party happening on the beach. Okay, everybody's showing up. Kelsey, Madison, Jules, Kara, McKenna, she was there. Camilla and Amanda, they're all there, and both Juliet and Chloe, they're anxious to see Kelsey for Juliet, and then Kara for Chloe, because for Juliet and Kelsey, they've talked to each other over the phone, and it's like she is anxious to see Kelsey in person. And then with Kara and Chloe is still anxious to be around Kara after what happened at their last meeting together. So everybody shows up, and then Kara and Chloe have this awkward conversation due to editing, okay? And it was just very awkward silence, just cringy to watch. So then they go to an astrologer, and look here, she started reading everybody. Psychics and stuff, I'm kind of iffy on that. Like, I don't know about psychics and stuff like that. Mediums, I don't know about all that. But, okay, girl. But she read everybody. She was like, Kelsey, you're this, this, and this. Juliet, you're this, this, and this. Chloe, you're this, this, and this. And I said, you are absolutely right about each and every one of those ladies. You are 100% right, Miss Psychic Lady. So then Camilla was like, what do you see with me and this guy? Do you see hope? Okay. And the psychic lady was like, this guy, I really like him. He seems like a nice guy. and the first 4 to 6 months are going to be rough for him. And she was like, you need to talk to this guy, whoever he is. And I'm like, if it's Brandon, get out of my face, Camilla and Brandon. Get out of my face. So then Chloe was like, ladies, let's go and do this meditation before we leave. And Kara and Juliet, they were talking. And Kara brought up Kelsey, and Juliet was like, I'm throwing this launch party for my swimwear, and it's like, I want to invite Kelsey because she has a swimwear line, and it's like, I want to be the type of girl that supports other women. Women empowerment. I am so sick and tired of women empowerment. I'm so sick and tired of that word, because women do the complete opposite of what women empowerment is supposed to be. You are supposed to uplift and motivate each other. But y'all tear each other down, calling each other names at the same face. I hate the term women empowerment because that means absolutely nothing, okay? Nothing. So, they do this meditation, and Chloe was like, I came up with this all by myself. And they started doing a meditation, and I said, Chloe, you know what? If you were likable the first season, if you were ever likable the first season, maybe there would be a chance that people would believe you. But no, you decided to be the mean girl, the pot stirrer, the instigator, the person who throws the rocks and hides their hand. You decided to be that person, Chloe. And that's why some people don't take you seriously. Like me, I do not take you seriously because of what you've done on the show and what you've done to other people. Maybe if you were to start like this in the first season and you were somewhat likable and you weren't the person who you portrayed yourself to be or what the show made you be out, maybe it would have been a different story. But I still don't believe Chloe in this little concept that she has going for herself. So we get this scene with Sam and Juliet. Both of their parents are coming to have lunch and dinner with them. So they're having lunch and they talk about Kelsey. I said, why are we talking about Kelsey in a meeting with your parents? Why? Why? Producers, why would you say, hey, Juliet and family, let's talk about Kelsey? Why? Why would you do that? Why was it necessary to talk about Kelsey when you're supposed to be talking about your relationship with your boyfriend? So then we go to Kelsey and Madison, and they talk about the after day of the party with the whole Chloe thing, and then they talk about the party with Juliet. And Kelsey is like, I couldn't be on a reality show. I could not be on a reality show like this. When I have a fallout with a person, I don't think about the person. That person is no longer in my interest, so I don't think about the person, and that person's name will never come out of my mouth. So I can't do a reality show like this where it's like every single episode I have to talk about this person and I have to revisit a situation. If I'm over and done with you, I'm over and done with you. There's no reason for me to be talking about you or thinking about you. So I couldn't be on a reality show like this because I will be pissed and annoyed. And once again, Kelsey is saying, it's over and it's done with. I've moved on. She's moved on. We're in a separate place and that is it. I would be annoyed and pissed off if I had to keep talking about something every single day. I couldn't do it. I could not do it. So then we go back to Juliet and Sam, and they talk about their relationship, and it's like, Juliet, I've never lived with a guy before, and it's like, I think this would be a big step in, our relationship, and it's like, we're on the same wavelength. And Sam was like, you know what, I've lived with roommates when I was in college, and then it's like my ex-girlfriend, and he was like, I'm excited to see how this goes, and I'm like, well, you better be excited because you kept pressuring her. And you were throwing a temper tantrum when she said she didn't want to move in with you the first time. And so if anything happens, it's because of you. Because you kept pressuring this girl. So then, Juliet was like, you know what, this is like a refresh and a good start than the previous relationship. And I think that, it's going in the right direction. So then we see Brandon. Brandon's mama come over. And she brings Dunkin' Donuts. Look here, them donuts was looking good. Shoot, I might give me some Dunkin' Donuts when I go back to work on Monday. But give me a donut from there. But they were talking about the parental rights that Brandon was thinking about. And his mom was right. There should be no reason why you can't get visitation and why you can't set up your own schedule with Quincy. But you know what? You and Delaney are going to have to come to a compromise. So then they bring up Camilla. And look here. I'm going to say this. People come in your life for a season and a reason. That season can be for a couple of days, a couple of weeks, months, or years. People come to your life for a season, and there's a reason why that they came into your life. I feel like Brandon and Camilla's season is over. It's over. It's over and it's done with. Y'all have had your season, and there's a reason why each of y'all were in each other's lives. Let it go. Let it go and move on. Because I know this is the producers who are setting this up to where y'all have to talk to each other and talk about each other. Let it go. Brandon and Camilla, let it go. Let it go. So it's the day of Juliet's launch of her swimwear, and Sam, decorate. It looks beautiful. It looks really nice. I love the vibe of it. So everybody shows up, including Kelsey, and they do like a little showcase of the swimwear. And then while in the middle of her speech, Juliet says, "I also want to thank Kelsey." And I said, "Girl, why would you do that? Why would you do that?" But that was on the script. That was in the script, okay, that the producer sent. That was in the script that Juliet had to read, okay? She read the script, and she said, "Thank you, Kelsey, for coming, and, congrats to you and your swimwear, and, I support you." Okay. Why did she do that speech? And Kelsey was, freaking out. She felt so embarrassed, and it's, not the right time. Kelsey didn't like it at all, okay? And so she said, "Look here, I am at my level of awkwardness right now, and I think it's time for me to go." So while they're leaving, she says bye to Juliet, and, everything was amazing, but we're going to head out. Juliet was like, "Can I talk to you for a minute before you leave?" I agree with 100% of what Kelsey said. I 100% agree with her. It's not the right time. I don't want to bring any bad vibes to what's going on right now. Let's just leave. That's strong of Kelsey to do that, because I would have done the same thing. If there's a problem right now, I don't want to bring in any bad vibes. I don't want to do nothing to ruin what you got. Let's talk about this on another time, not today. So I appreciate Kelsey for doing that. And then it was that awkward silence that was very cringy. And when Kelsey was walking away, you just felt Juliet was annoyed. You could see it in her face that she was annoyed by what happened, because she wanted to talk to Kelsey. But it's like, girl, give it up. Give it up, give it up, give it up. Stop it, Juliet. Give it up. Give it up, girl. Also, Brandon and Camilla talked. I fast forwarded because I don't care. Just let y'all know, fast forward it, okay? No. No. So we get the aftermath of Kelsey leaving, and at the party, Juliet is confused as to why Kelsey left. And so Madison comes over, and she tells them that she was kind of caught off guard with her speech. And Kelsey didn't want to be the center of attention. She wanted to be, in the background. But, Juliet felt completely bad about it. And then also Madison brought up, "Girl, you're making a power play, okay?" And it's look at your surroundings and everything like that. Juliet did not want to be like that at all. And you can see Juliet didn't want to be, how it was made out to be. She definitely was genuine into wanting to talk to Kelsey. And Chloe was trying to stir the pot, and I said, "Girl, shut up." So then we get the whole monologue of Juliet, how she does her little monologues at the end of the season finales and stuff. And we also find out that Ish and Madison are pregnant, so congratulations to Madison, okay, and Ish. But then we also get a scene with Amanda and Mike. They're out having drinks, and Brittany shows up, Sam's ex. Brittany's a pretty girl. And she says, "You know what? I'm good. I'm living in Tampa. I got my boyfriend. He has money." So I'm like, girl, okay, Brittany. So then she brings up like, I miss my dogs. Okay, that's a thing. I miss my dogs. But she also brings up the fact that Sam has been going around saying that he will, crash his ex's wedding and everything like that. But then you also hear Amanda saying like, "Look here, I went to school with Sam since pre-K, and it's always been Brittany and Sam." And it's like hearing Brittany say that about Sam, and it's like, "Oh my gosh!" And then like him not being ready to settle down, and it's like, just I would keep an eye out on him and everything like that. And so, and it wasn't until I don't. This is what I hate. So with Xfinity, you can record the episodes. It cut off. It literally cut off. Okay, what when Brittany was about to say how recently it was when that Sam has been saying that he would crash his ex's wedding, and so I don't know what happened after that because it cut off. But we all know this isn't the season finale. This is part A. Part A of season 4. Part B, I think they said, comes on later this year. So part B of season 4 will come out later this year. But you guys, that was part A of Siesta Key, the season finale. Part A. Wow. Sorry. Oh my god. That is so disgusting. I'm sorry, but had to let it out. Had to burp. But that was part A of Siesta Key season finale. Alright, you guys. And I will see y'all later, alright? I'll see y'all tomorrow for Good Girls. Finally, the Good Girls series finale review. I will see y'all tomorrow, okay? Peace, love. I love you guys. Bye.